Yeah. Grinding hard on Saturdays, nails on Sunday. Check the polish, baby, keep them tips looking runway. Salon talk, never bought brush strokes flawless. Nail techs run the biz, you know we the bosses.
Hi guys, welcome back to Nail on Sunday podcast with me, Chris, and our brand new intro music for a brand new year. Hi honey, 1 second. I'm only kidding, guys. We're never ever going to do that. We're going to play the actual theme tune, but I just thought it'd be funny to do that just to see what you guys thought. And obviously it's not funny because of Rebecca's face.
I'm just confused.
I was just trying to be funny and say we're going for a new theme tune.
I mean, I like the theme. I like it, so why not?
Because everybody likes Nail on Sunday, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to Nail on Sunday podcast with me, Chris, and my beautiful smoking hot wife, who's very sultry today, I'm going to say. And it's because you've done your hair all real pretty.
Because I washed it.
You washed it, but you've not curled it.
I've not curled it, no.
You've done it straight. And that's the first time I've seen it straight with your new locks.
It's really not that different at all. It's barely different at all. Barely.
Okay, Rachel. From Friends.
Sure. Look at this in the background, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't she pretty?
Yeah, if you're not watching, if you're listening on audio format, it's a brand new pink e-file. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll come back to everything in a second. Welcome back to today's pod. Welcome back to a brand new year of Nail on the podcast. And we're going to kick it off by talking about the environmental impact of you and your business, you and your nail business.
What you can do to reduce that.
Potentially reduce it, or maybe you just want to increase it and burn the earth down. Or maybe you don't, but we'll come back to that in a second. Honey, what are you up to this week?
Just event prep, really.
No. Because everyone thinks, because we're now in the future, we're past the event. Everyone thinks the event has been. So tell them how the event has been.
People know the way that these things work. No, the event is in 1 week. So it's just been a lot of event prep.
Yeah, we're trying to get ahead because we've got the event, because we've got a potential holiday coming up. And stuff
moving
like
house.
Potentially all these things. Yeah. So we'll just try to get ahead. So we're doing this, time hopping. I think if you're listening to this podcast, you're maybe brand new to the podcast.
Maybe.
And maybe you were featured in a podcast.
Yes.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Rebecca and I were actually revising for the podcast last night for the one we're doing at the event. So let us know how it went because
it's in front of all you guys live.
More importantly, we never really revised for podcasts.
No, never.
I mean, granted, I've got some notes and stuff like that, but realistically, like we were proper like talking about it. Wild. So hopefully it worked out well, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the event. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I hope they did.
All right. So event prep. That's what you've been up to this week.
That's really it for the most part.
So
we've got lots of launches at the event, as well as just generally having to get everything sorted out. The thing is with our events is we want everything to be thought out meticulously so that everybody can just see, oh wow, they've really thought about that, they've really thought about that, and nothing is missed. It's really important to me.
Yeah. So I feel like organisation is what's been going on this week.
Yeah.
We're constantly organising things, like things are shifting.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about acrylic freely and openly.
Oh yeah, so you can talk about that now.
And the amount of acrylic we've said, oh, we're going to take, and then we're like, but nobody will buy it. But then people might want to buy it, and then maybe nobody will buy it.
The thing is with the event, right, is we're taking so much stuff, we want to come back with as little of that as possible because it's a big deal and it's heavy and it's a lot to put up and it's a lot to take down. So obviously there's some things that we won't come back with, such as goodie bags. That's a lot of boxes and a lot of weight we won't come back with. So that's
the
good.
thing is, realistically, like we do events and we're getting much better at them. The problem with this one is the time scale.
Yes.
If we could access the property the day before,
which we thought we were going to get this time, they told us to wait till the 11th of September. Then we had a meeting and they were like, yeah, that's probably going to be fine. I just need to confirm what the cost is going to be for the staff just to open up the venue just the evening before, not even like a full day before, just the evening before. And then they were like, oh, all the staff are at a wedding, so we can't give you any staff. So
you just think to yourself, surely there's like a janitor or something that can just come along, open the doors, let us in. Because realistically, 8 a.m. is the time that we get in access, isn't it?
No, I've paid an extra £100 so we can get in an hour earlier at
7 a.m.
Yeah.
Right, so we skip breakfast and straight there.
I know, that's the thing. Because the breakfast doesn't start at the hotel till 7 a.m. and obviously the guys have a really big day ahead, so it'd be excellent for them to be able to fuel up.
I think realistically, if you and I go in the van,
I know,
and maybe they just bring us some, like a sausage sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, they have breakfast and it allows us to get in and be like, right, this is what we need to do here, this is what we need to do here. Just scope it out, and as soon as they walk through,
the problem is if it's just the two of us, we can't do anything until we start emptying the van.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So realistically, we've got a few hours before you guys turn up. So it will be.
We have 3.5
mayhem.
hours. Exactly.
Is it 11:30? 10:30?
10:30.
Why 10:30?
Just so we can get started a little earlier.
Was it 11 last year?
It was 11 last year.
All right.
It's about half an hour earlier.
Okay. And you guys were lining up early last year. And last year it was January. It was freezing.
Freezing cold. This year, I mean, it's been really warm.
Today it's cold.
It is meant to change next year.
Next year, was it?
Next week.
Excellent. It's been cold. I was sitting in the office
I think
editing
it's really warm outside.
this week's pod. See, because I was sitting just in a t-shirt.
Do you know what it is? It's just because you've got no fat, Chris. You're so skinny these days.
Oh, Rebecca's pissed at me.
Why am I pissed? Oh, no.
I'll tell you something, right? So, Fatty Dacky, right? Our precious son may have girthed out a little bit.
He's put on 1/10 of his body weight.
To be able to weigh him, I stepped on the scale.
Why is he put on 1/10 of his body weight?
Because he keeps eating French fries.
And who's giving him the French fries?
No, honey, look, he's just becoming a man.
Okay, sure.
Right. Anyway, it all happens to us. You know, you just get a little bit extra,
A little fluffy.
a little fluffy around the feet. We get better value for money. I stepped on the scale, I weighed myself, and then I stepped off, grabbed Daki, and stepped back on the scale. And the thing is, Rebecca didn't care about Daki. She was like, "No, you put on a bit of weight, fat boy, porker."
Right, okay.
Chubby.
That is just... why did you have to paint me in such an evil light?
Okay, you didn't say porker, but you said other
I
things.
didn't say anything.
And I said to Rebecca, right, by the time I get to the event, I'm going to get down to 160. And that went from 169 to 160 in a week. And that's mostly just water weight, if I'm honest with you. I was just bloated because it was my time in the one. I
Was
know
it?
what people say.
In fact, it was your time of the month. You're a grumpy bastard.
Honey, I was actually saying to the girls, I was in such a good mood. Granted, Monday I was in a terrible mood. But last week, for the whole week, I was in such a good mood.
No, you weren't. You were an asshole last week.
To you, maybe. But
Yeah, you was.
to everybody else, nah, I was like on fire. Rafi and I had the best week, eating sandwiches together. Laura and I were sharing laughs. Chuckle, chuckle. Sophia and I, best mates.
Excellent.
Yeah. Tossed some dropper bottles off a cliff. That was
Wonderful.
a funny thing. And Laura edited that TikTok. The actual TikTok was so much funnier than what the outcome was.
Oh.
Anyway, that's enough of the intro. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to paint a picture, right? About 2 years ago, I was offered something for free. And if I'm offered something for free, I'm going to take it. One of the things I was offered for free was a carbon baseline report. And that was done by the local council here. The actual thing wasn't, but the free part was. So basically, they were paying for it for I think it was Glasgow
Why is
University.
your chair so squeaky?
Because Sophia's been...
What is she doing on there?
I know, Sophia. Yeah, so I think it was done by Glasgow University, I think it was. Basically, what they do is they come out and they measure, based on key metrics, the environmental impact of your business. And I thought, God, this is going to be really good to understand. And I did it as, I know it's not going to be great, but I can learn how to improve things.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't realise was the actual factors that made it so bad, but it wasn't that bad. I think out of the sliding scale, I think we were like a C.
But they don't take into consideration other things like the trees. They don't take that into consideration, do they?
They do not.
No, so that's annoying.
Yes.
Because that will have a massive offset.
It will.
Let's explain all.
Okay. So some of the key metrics is how staff get to work. So if staff walk or cycle to work, that's a positive. If people drive diesel cars, at that point in time, there was quite a few of them had diesel cars, that's a negative impact. And they work out roughly how many days they work, how many miles they've got to travel. So all the staff had to fill something out.
We're kind of half and half public transport and driving, aren't we?
Yeah. At that point in time, Rebecca had an electric car. She had an electric car for years. I had a diesel van. The diesel van pulled.
Oh, no, that's going to go way down now.
Because I have an electric van. There is actually, I want to touch on something because I actually thought of this first thing this morning because there is an availability of another free one. I'll even pay for it this time, but don't tell them I said that. I'd love to see the difference, you know? So all these different things, like where we are positioned, we are quite a distance from a train station, you know?
Well, it's not. It's literally a straight line, but it's probably...
About a mile and a half?
No, it's not
Mile?
as much as that. I'd say it's a mile, but it's literally, we are one straight line from the train station. But yeah, I'd probably say a mile.
Yeah. So that little element of people walking, that little bit of distance does make a difference, you know? So it's all these little things. And I wanted to have this glowing report. And it wasn't.
You
that
wanted to be
glowing.
net zero.
That's the target. That's what all businesses are trying to get to eventually. Do you want to know what the biggest contributing factor was and what dragged down? Can you just take a guess? If you know what it is, right? Okay, but if what
Oh my God, I
pluck
wouldn't-
things out there.
I would have been like, the heating,
Yeah,
which we
So-
never use because Chris won't let us.
well, so electricity and your consumption is a big factor into it. And
We're pretty low though on consumption in terms of energy because you don't let people put the lights on in the warehouse.
Correct. Don't need them. Get skylights.
We never allowed the heating on.
Don't need it. Put a jumper on. But these are just things to take into consideration. I think though, when people see businesses, they just think, screw it. And I will wholeheartedly say, as a business, we do not go through 48 toilet rolls a month. Because the staff take them home with them. They just see it as a business expense. They're like, oh yeah, I'll take a couple of bog rolls home with me. And I do think that most people treat businesses like, oh, light switch, I'll just put it on.
Yeah, I
You
know what
know?
you mean. Like, it's not mine.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it.
It's different when it's your house. You know, you'll be like, do I really need to put that light on right now? Can I wait another half hour or whatever it is? Do I need to put the heating on a 24? I could maybe just put it on a 22. That type of thing, you know? When it comes to business, staff are like, oh, it's freezing, Chris, but they're standing in shorts and t-shirt. You know, I'm like, right,
No, that's you who's standing there in the shorts and t-shirt.
whatever.
Nobody's taking their jacket off in the office recently because it's too cold.
Would you stop?
It's true. You were outnumbered yesterday. I said it. Everybody in the office, put up your hand if you're cold. They all put their hands up and Chris didn't. So you were outnumbered and we got the radiator on.
Rebecca, the people who were in the office at the time are what I would like to call suck asses. They love you and they love to suck up your ass. They just, oh, Rebecca,
That is
we
so-
will do whatever it takes.
That is so not true. And Karina, you're listening to this right now. That is not true.
Karina wants mega promotions just now, so she'll say whatever it takes for
Right.
you. But she was
Sure.
messaging me last night. She was like, Chris, I think I'd be great at this. And I'm like, great. She wasn't. She wasn't.
Anyway, so what was the single biggest contributor?
The single biggest contributing factor was our biffa bin, our general waste bin. Now, we do not have biffa anymore because they're a terrible company, but that's another story for another day. But it was our general disposable bin. So the stuff you put all of.
Stuff that
Stuff
can't,
you
be,
can't be
recycled.
recycled.
So how often was this emptied?
So at that point in time, that bin was being emptied once a week. And we didn't have a recycling bin.
Oh, did we?
We
did.
just had a recycling bin. And the recycling bin, we didn't fill quite often enough. So that was only being emptied every second week. Now things are different.
It's the opposite way around.
It's the opposite way around. So our general bin, now bear in mind, at that point in time, we'd just taken on Warehouse 6. So we'd only just taken on, now we have 3 warehouses. Our general waste is emptied half what it was before. So every second week, every fortnight. And our recycling bin is now maxed every single Monday. The guy comes and he's like, oh God, again. And like literally the flap is open. And it is emptied once a week. And the environmental impact of having stuff go to landfill versus stuff that can be recycled is massive. And I would love to get them back. I've actually said to Rebecca recently, I would like to actually change the container that we have for our bin to a bigger one and then just get it emptied once a month. Because that means the truck's only coming out once a month. Less environmental impact. And we try and do all these tiny little things here at Nail Order to lower our carbon footprint or try and get to net zero. Some of the things we do to offset that, things like when we send stuff out, everything's recycled packaging. So if
Is it? As in the boxes you buy are recycled?
boxes we buy are recycled boxes.
We'll also recycle boxes ourselves.
Yes, we do. The mailer bags that we use, they have been made using recycled materials. The boxes have been made recycled materials. The packing peanuts are eco-fill packing peanuts because
They're dissolvable.
They're dissolvable in water. There's almost no impact to the environment with them. We use paper bubble wrap, stuff like that.
Paper tape.
Paper tape. That's very true. I forgot about that one. Yeah. So we use paper tape. And all these little things to lower our impact on
The biggest one that we do, though,
the biggest contributing factor. And this is something that has changed recently.
we never talk about it anymore.
So this was something that we introduced for Earth Day in 2022, not long after Laura and Jade had started with us. That was one of their kind of first campaigns that we opted to pay to plant a tree for every order that you guys placed. Back then, it was cheap as hell.
It was a lot cheaper. Then what happened was the quantity of orders went up massively and they put the price up humongously, like more than double.
More than double. So I think it was 20 cents per tree per order type thing. That's the way it was working out. Now it's like 65 cents, and I think there's like
So it's
a
triple.
monthly holding fee on it type of thing as well.
So it's triple the price, and then obviously a lot more orders. So now we're capping it at 1,000 orders a month.
Yes.
1,000 trees a month.
Yeah.
Which still obviously costs us a fair chunk of change, but it's important. And
Yeah.
the great thing about the system we use, which is called,
Ecology.
that's the one, is every single tree that's planted it's traceable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like a company saying they're planting a tree. Like we get like geo coordinates, an ID number, where it is, the species, everything.
And you guys can see that as
Yeah,
well.
you can go look at our forest.
Yeah. So if you go to our website, scroll right to the bottom, it says Our Forest, or even if you go to the Ecology website, you can look up nail order and see how many trees we've done.
It's over 30,000.
But I'm actually going to look that up just now because it's been a while.
Yeah. It's over 30,000.
Yeah. So 36,524 as of today's day. 36,000 brand new trees that we've helped fund to be planted. Now, quite often when new members of staff start, that's one of the things that we tell them at their introduction, that they have to go plant trees out the back. And some of them are like, oh, that's a great idea. And then the other ones are like, are you for real? So it is something we do here at Nail Order. I'd love to be able to plant more. It's not, like, it comes out of our pockets.
Well, we would need to put up the price of our products, which just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I'd rather contribute a little bit for Nail Order to pay it rather than to impact the prices for you guys. To bump up the prices, it's not very fair.
So yeah, that's my favourite thing that we do for sure.
But again, it's something we don't really speak about, especially.
Not anymore. It's just there's too many things to speak about.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anything currently that we do that we could change?
well, we've talked about getting solar panels. We've talked about a different type of heating.
Yeah, radiant heat is something I've been back and forward with many times.
We just don't want to put it in until.
Yeah, there's a problem with radiant heat is it's much more energy efficient than what we currently use. So to be able to heat the warehouse, we have a huge, is it 20 kilowatt, 30 kilowatt blow heater. Basically, it's just a big fan that blows out hot air produced by electricity. If we get the radiant heat in, it'll use half as much electricity, but it's expensive to put in. You know, the actual units themselves are expensive, but because of the size of the eaves in the warehouse, we would need to get like rolling scaffolding in and people like qualified to be able to install it. And they just want to charge you like 10, 15 grand. It doesn't make sense, you know? Not really. Solar panels as well. If we actually owned the building, you know, we could whack solar panels on top of it and it'd be great if we actually get any sunlight in Scotland. But again, it's just all these mitigating factors that just point right now to saying no. But we would, you know, for sure.
For sure.
Here's-
There's not much else we can do, I don't think.
Air-sourced heat pumps or ground-sourced heat pumps are something I've looked into as well. I think, see if you were back 10 years ago, the amount of grants you could have got for all these things, now nobody wants to pay any grants, you know? So, yeah, it just comes out of our pocket also. But how does that affect you as a nail tech? Now, you're probably thinking, wait, the environment has nothing to do with me being a nail tech. Well,
We all have our responsibilities.
it is. When do you think you became, because, honey, you're a boomer, right? So when do you, honey, you're a millennial, like I am, technically. I'm just on the one side of the millennial, but so are you.
Excuse me, there's quite a few years between us.
Oh, okay. Stop that. I'm not a cradle snatcher. Did you see Sabrina Carpenter's 25th birthday cake? Well off topic here. Right, so she just done 25 the other day, though, right? And she had a birthday cake, huge big birthday cake, massive birthday cake, bigger than her, right? And the picture of Leonardo DiCaprio in the middle of it saying, I'm now 25, but leave me alone. Because he goes after 25-year-olds. That's his target, that's the minimum, or
Wow.
something like that, you know? I don't know.
Wow.
Just hearsay. You know what it's like in Hollywood.
Wow.
Anyway, what was I saying? 25 years old.
I think you were going to say, when
Yeah.
did you become aware?
When did you become more aware of the environment and your direct impact?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because I would say that kids these days, should be more clued up on that.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They should. Well, now you've got like taking like the plastic bags. We don't have that. When we were younger, there was just a free-for-all plastic bags at the supermarket. Like a lot, like your son probably won't remember that, like that we could just have free as many bags as you wanted.
No. Well, if you're listening to America right now and you go to Walmart,
God.
it's a different story.
They put one item in a bag.
And then just,
Yeah.
and see when we say, it's okay, we've got our own bags, they look at you in disgust, like, you're going to bag your own groceries.
Crazy.
Yes, we are.
Plastic straws, that as well.
Plastic. Do you remember plastic straws? Golly. Even just plastic cups. It was weird. I'm going to really age myself here. But I remember cans of fizzy juice that had ring pulls that were removable.
What do you mean?
You know how you flip open the can and then put the... Before, you used to have a ring pull and it used to pull all the way off and you threw it... Well, you're supposed to...
The whole entire top came off?
No, just the ring pull part. I'll show you after this. It's weird. I'll flash a video up if I can
like
find
I know
one.
what you're talking about. I feel like it.
I think when they did away with them, I was like 10, so you would have been...
Oh, maybe not then.
5, 6, whatever.
Chris,
Um,
there's 7 years between us.
All right. Look, guys, I'm just going to say one thing. I like my clothes like I like my women, wrinkle-free.
And that's why we're going for Botox this afternoon.
Yeah. Also, I was ironing this morning and I thought to myself, God, it's such a laborious job, honestly. Why now do we have AI that can do everything, but we can't have wrinkle-free clothes?
Gross.
Anyway, so I used to have these ring pulls that would open and everyone used to toss them. That's why they stopped them, because nobody was putting them in the bin. There you go.
Excellent. Wow.
Really often. The thing is, guys, I've had...
What is going on?
I have a confession. I've had the drugs. I had a half of a muffin and I am halfway through. Okay. I am 90% way through iced coffee and wow, the caffeine has kicked in.
Excellent.
What
I
was
think
it?
I made it stronger than the way that you do, but I followed the instructions.
Yeah, boy.
You know, with the instructions, it's meant to be half the stuff and then half water.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think it's 10%.
No, it's half and half.
Wow. Half and half.
Right. Let's get on to what nail technicians can do to be more environmentally friendly in their own business.
I'll tell you, when I was...
Oh my God.
When I
I'm
noticed
really
it.
sorry, guys.
Right. You start to notice certain things, you know. It is about when we had just one bin for putting everything in, one trash can for putting everything in. Then you get recycling bins. You start to think about these things. When I was younger, they used to talk about the whole ozone layer, you know.
But apparently that's nearly closed or something.
Yeah, because we've changed a lot of the way we do things. I would definitely say into the 2010s, it really kind of took me to be like, actually, the things I'm doing really do make a difference, you know. And I would choose to do other things. Definitely choose to take a single-use bag to the store rather than just pick up the disposable ones. Certainly, if I'm looking at packaging, it boggles my head the amount of packaging that is created for no reason.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I used to buy a pack of beer and it came in a cardboard box and then they would wrap it in plastic. There was no reason to wrap it in plastic. And I would actively not buy that beer.
Wow.
And that's saying something for me.
I think for me, things were a little bit different because I lived in Germany when I was younger.
Yeah.
And in Europe, they're way more ahead of their times. So we always had the recycling things. Like in Germany, you had to have your glass in one, your plastic, your paper, etc., like food waste, whatever. It was always divided. You weren't even allowed to like wash your car in the street for like soap and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Everything, it's very different than what it is here. So yeah, I guess it was always something that was a little more in my mind than maybe people in the UK.
Yeah, I think it's different, but I think it's different up and down the UK. I think if you're from a rural place, if you toss like some paper out, it's the only paper around.
See, people who litter, you are scum of the earth. Absolute scum. I cannot understand for the life of me why there would ever be a need to litter.
Twofold. See, when I was leaving here last night, the litter thing, let's just come back to. We were at a beach a few months ago with the dogs and there was some sort of party rave thing the night before, and see the amount of litter that was there. And basically what had happened is a bunch of like teenagers all just got together and just had like a big drinking sesh. There's bins everywhere, but they just tossed their stuff and you just think to yourself, that's kids doing that. But when I was leaving here last night, I was driving out, and when you just see somebody and you're like, you're shifty. And there was a van that was driving up to the end of the street.
Please tell me you followed. Why did you not follow it?
Let me finish the conversation. You might find out, honey. And I was coming out the gates and I was indicating to go left because I'm trying to be a good driver and stuff. And I clocked him and I just thought to myself, where are you going? Now, to the right of our industrial unit, as you drive out of it, is pretty much just a dead end road.
It's like a barren road. There is Scottish water at the very, very end, like the sewage works.
Yeah, but there's nothing else
There's
there.
nothing. It is literally just barren.
And some people fly tip.
It's a bad fly tipping area.
So I stopped and I just watched him, and he slowed down and he got to that bit roughly with a fly tipping.
Did you take his number plate? Because I'm desperate to do that.
I didn't, honey. I turned the van around and went straight up and stood. Well, I drove the van right behind his van, and you could just see he was looking in his mirrors, and he turned his van around, and I just followed him all the way down the street.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
And I just thought to myself, if that just puts one person off ever doing it ever again, then it's got to be worth it.
Yeah. I thought I saw someone going to do it the other day, and I thought I'm going to take the number. I'll take
Yeah.
if I see them, I'll take the number plate for sure.
And the reason being is,
It
in the
disgusts
UK,
me.
I'll try and explain it to you, is that our councils are terrible. Like, they don't want commercial vehicles like vans to take any type of rubbish to our local like rubbish dumps.
They want to charge you for the.
They want to charge you for the privilege of it.
I mean, you get it. You get it. Why should you do? But at the same time, I mean, you pay business rates.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's the thing. Like, as a homeowner or a resident, you'll pay council tax, and your council tax covers your water, your waste, like all that type of stuff. Just your general council utilities.
Your general
but
bin collection.
as a business, you pay business rates.
And it gets nothing.
And you get nothing. You don't get your bins collected. You don't get your water paid for. You got to pay for that separately, like et cetera, et cetera. So
The thing is, for us, say for instance, we are clearing like the house out for this move and stuff like that, and we have all these old clothes, old TVs and all that we want rid of. Realistically, we're not going to put it in Rebecca's expensive car. We're going to put it in the back of my van, and
you've got to get a permit. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you've got to, open up the back of your van. You've got to explain to them, this is an old television. It comes from the 90s. I didn't pick it up from anyone's house. It was living in my garage.
Well, do you know, it's funny. I was thinking about it this morning because we've got these goddamn five old office chairs that we picked up for free somewhere, and we cannot get rid of now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give them away for free on Marketplace. So I'm like, how do we get rid of them? Because we can't take them to the tip because they're very obviously office chair.
Yeah.
We need to just hire a skip to put 5 office chairs in.
Stupid.
If anybody wants a free office chair, please.
Heads up, because we'll probably not reply to your Facebook message. So, going back to you as a nail tech, how can you change your business, or what environmental impacts do you have as a nail tech?
I think not just a nail tech, but anybody in the beauty industry.
Yeah, great one. Yeah.
Let's first look at the most obvious thing: your disposables.
Disposables. That's the thing you're tossing out. Like I said, the biggest impact for us at Nail Order is our commercial waste.
Yeah.
So your commercial waste is going to be the
Same.
biggest one for you.
I think particularly more as a beauty therapist, somebody who's doing brow and lash treatments, so many of your disposables are on plastic handles.
Mm.
And the unfortunate thing is that paper or wood handles are so much more expensive.
Right. That's a big barrier to entry, cost. A lot of people go with the cheaper plastic option.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, you're talking about lash and brow ones. Spoolies is always a little
Yes.
one. What's other type of things?
In fact, microfibbins.
Microfibbins. Yeah.
Microfiber brushes. Anything like that.
Yeah.
They are plastic.
And that obviously goes into your general waste, bulks up to general waste. Bedroll, can that be recycled?
So this is one of the reasons that our mani mats do not have a plastic backing. When the mani mats, when they as standard, they have a plastic backing.
To make them waterproof, right?
Yes, we specifically have ours manufactured uniquely to not have that plastic backing, so that they are recyclable.
So you can put them into your
Yes.
recycling bin versus general
Yes.
waste.
So yes, they're not waterproof, but they are now better for the environment. And as a nail tech, generally, do you need it to be waterproof? Not
No.
particularly yet. If you're doing a removal, I guess, if you're just so cool, there's not really any reason that you need it to be waterproof.
No.
They will originally have come from the dental world,
Of course.
like everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, think about it. When they put the apron on you, and
that's
that's
it. And so there's a reason for that, so that there's dribbling and there's water and there's
course.
splashes and whatever. We've got the dentist next week.
Yay.
But as a nail technician, you don't particularly need that. So for us, it was important to remove it just to be more environmentally friendly.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that we look for here at Nail Order, is how can we have as little impact as possible. There are certain elements that we just can't get away from. A lot of it is plastic wrapping and plastic packaging, because that's just the way they come. You know, it's either the way they come, or the offset, the shift in changing the packaging. For instance, mani mats come with a thin, ultra thin plastic wrap around them. You know,
But I mean, that's one plastic. How many mats are in there? 100 and something.
yeah, 125, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I think. So
Yeah.
I mean, really, that one piece of plastic for 125 sets of nails.
The thing
you
is,
can
if
get
you were
rid
to
of
wrap it in cardboard or put it in cardboard or paper or something like that, you're bumping up the price by an extra couple of pounds.
that is the thing. That is the thing. It's about making choices that are the most sensible around.
trade-offs.
Sensible trade-offs for
But
sure.
for instance, something like our lint-free wipes come in two different things. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. So you get the little packs of 200, but they come in a plastic container. You guys are like, plastic. Yeah, but it's a reusable plastic container.
That's it.
And what we have to counteract that, or not counteract that, to accompany it, is the refills, which are done in the 325 long ones, which come in cardboard.
Cardboard box. So you buy that refillable one once, and then you refill it with your cardboard ones.
Yeah, makes sense.
Nail files, big one. So this is a tough one, right? Because I'm never going to say to somebody, you should be using the peel-off ones because they're more environmentally friendly. They are more environmentally friendly. They are also more economical. But it's all about the weight and the feel. Personally, as a nail technician, I don't like it. We sell loads of them, and some people love them. I don't like it myself.
But again, this is it's all about the way you've grown up. When you started doing nails, you had just regular files.
If you started like that, it would be fine.
Yeah.
It's like acrylic brushes with the Kolinsky and the non-Kolinsky.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realise is that, I'm looking for a nail file right now, is that inside every nail file, hang on, I'll get one. We don't have any up here. So what is inside and a standard, a normal looking traditional nail file is a plastic core.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's exactly the same peel off.
It's like
pads.
a pre-made pad,
pre-made
nail file, peel off nail file.
It's for me with the stainless steel board. It's the weight and the thickness of it. I struggle with.
Okay, so we may have just thought of an idea. We might have to beep that out, or maybe I will leave it in, and all of our competitors will just copy us.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to disposables, the word disposable is a thing. Is single use. You're going to use it one time. You know.
Yes, and you have to. And we're talking about hygiene.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do. Nail files should only be used one per client.
Yeah. I think it's just about lowering the impact that you possibly can do, using things sensibly, you know?
So, like, for instance, using the mini buffers. If you're using buffers for clients, I don't use that many buffers personally. So, But if you do use buffers, using the mini buffers, that can be a good one too.
It's just about, like, for instance, we're talking about mani mats. If you currently have a brand that you use, maybe don't use nail order, Psychos, use a mani mat and it has that plastic backing on it. It's maybe just about shifting over to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to look after my desk. Then get one of those rubber mats, those silicone mats that we have. And it protects your desk.
Mm-hmm.
You just put a mani mat over it. It's just about making small shifts, small tweaks into your...
I can hand on heart tell you that I haven't had any issues using our mani mats because they don't have any plastic on them compared to something that has plastic. No difference whatsoever.
Yeah, 100%.
Is
there any other disposables you think you can maybe kind of switch up? I know when it comes to like spoolies and stuff like that, you could transfer from plastic ones over to a bamboo.
Again, they're so expensive.
We've looked at it. We have looked at all these things.
Like for the microfiber brushes and things like that, it's something that we're still looking at, maybe having both options. But it's difficult because the price is so crazy, so much higher.
For us, we know, just due to market research that we've done over the years, not just in the other businesses as well, if you give someone two options, one environmental friendly and one not environmental friendly one is more expensive, 9 times out of 10, they're always going to choose
You will
the cheaper
get that
one.
person that is really like an eco warrior and they will go for it. And everything they do will be thought of like that. But for the majority, us included, we will go for the cheaper option, especially when it's something that it's not impacting our use of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's all about keeping our costs low for businesses. We completely understand.
Yeah.
So no, in terms of disposables, I don't think there's much more. But disposing the disposables.
So let's talk about that. So one thing that I mentioned right at the start, general waste and recycling. How much and what can you recycle?
I mean, there's actually a huge amount that you can recycle.
A lot of people don't realise that and they just fire it into a general bin.
In terms of a business, especially as a nail technician, you need to think about contamination.
Yeah.
Because if something is contaminated with gel products, then that shouldn't be recycled. Say you have done a removal and you're disposing of the acetone. You can't really whack that into the paper and then put that in the recycling.
Yeah. That's the thing. One thing we never had in the salon was a recycling bin.
No.
We did in the staff room. We had the two bins, we had the general and the recycling. We do currently in all the warehouses, we always have a general and a recycling bin. But I'm just going back to the salon days. We all just had little bins that had bin bags in them. You throw all your stuff in there, you wrap it up, you put it into the general bin.
Yep.
Should you now think about having 2 bins?
I mean, again, it's really hard because it's like, what are you putting in there that's not got contamination from other stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know
Again,
what I mean?
it's just about thinking about it.
At least the good thing is that once it goes to landfill, anything that is paper is just going to biodegrade anyway. So there is that. But obviously it's not ideal.
What Rebecca touched on earlier was the fact that you have to pay for your disposal. Would you opt for 2 different variants?
Like a recycling bin and a general waste
Yeah.
bin. I mean, it very much depends on your business. Are you home-based? Are you in a salon? If you're in a salon space, maybe you're sharing with other people, then yeah, why not? Because really you're not actually paying any more because each bin gets emptied half of the amount of times.
But also, recycling bins are so much cheaper to get emptied than general waste.
Yeah.
Half the price
So
usually.
any cans you're drinking, cans, plastic bottles, glass bottles, they're all going to go in there.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of waste. I mean, a lot of our waste is
Consumable.
staff consuming things.
Yeah.
That's
Trust me.
huge
the
amount of
bins that fill up in our place are wild, and it's really just in the staff
I
rooms.
mean, if you think you've got 20 people coming and going,
Yeah.
and a lot of them love fizzy drinks,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so that's a lot.
Yeah. So let's talk about other environmental impacts. And one of the ones that we're quite good at here at Nail Order is, well, you order from us. So orders and deliveries.
Oh, delivery, we're so passionate about this, guys. We're so passionate about this from an economical point of view. Don't pay for delivery where it is possible. If you're ordering from somewhere and it has a free delivery threshold, meet it.
Yes.
Meet it.
One thing I will say is at Nail Order, ours is £99, €169, $500, something like that for free shipping. And it's on par with the nail industry, I'd say so.
Yeah, we cannot stand it when we get an order. Honestly, this is the worst one. The worst one. 1 nail file.
Yeah.
Is there anything worse than 1 nail file? 1 keysy.
Yeah. I mean, keys, yeah. I mean, I can't.
What are you doing that you're ordering 1 nail file? Like, what? Why are you doing that? You're paying like 10 times more for the delivery than you are for the nail file.
But it boggles my head when somebody's getting like 30 different gels and they order 1 nail file.
Maybe they just want to test it.
But they continually get 1 nail file every couple of months.
That's true.
But the point
That's
I was
concerning.
getting at, the point I was getting at there is so many companies that we buy from for Nail Order, the thresholds are way up.
Who do we buy from that offers free delivery?
Kite Packaging,
Okay, who else?
Big Doug.
We don't order from them regularly. Who else?
Just, honey,
None of our suppliers. We pay
right,
an absolute
okay.
arm and leg
I'm
for
talking
delivery.
about our general ones, right? So, for instance, let's just talk about Big Doug for a second. Big Doug is you can get like racking, shelving, all the stuff that we use warehousey kind of type
So
stuff.
we maybe order from it once a year.
Once a year, yeah. And it used to be free shipping over £100. Do you know what it is now? Free shipping over £1,000.
Whoa.
I nearly had 2 kittens when I first seen that, and I was like, I mean, I think my order was like £600-700. I was
And
like,
how much is delivery?
I was like £35.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Because it's bulky stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Our packaging suppliers makes no difference because I think their free shipping's like £350. Our orders are all way over that. But people are starting to push it up. Have you ever thought about putting our threshold up? I know we did originally from £70
We
to...
talk about things all the time to do with delivery. It's a big bone of contention for many reasons, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it?
One thing I would like to implore you to do, and you guys are getting much better at this, I spoke about it on a pod before, is if you're ordering from us, think, what do I need for the next couple of months? Now, again, I know your budget might not stretch, but if it can do, just think about things like top coats.
Yeah, say if you're like around £60 and you're like, oh, I've not got free delivery. Well, if you're using our gels, grab a couple more top coats, grab a couple more bases because you're going to use them.
If you're going to use them, you may as well.
Absolutely. And then you don't find yourself like cut short and you save yourself the delivery cost and you help the environment.
Yeah. If I were you guys, like realistically, I want to pick and pack your orders every single day. Like every single one of you, every single day. Because I'll just love to see you guys. But realistically, I would rather you just ordered twice a year.
Well, I mean, that's unrealistic, but maybe once a month max, twice a year.
Just do huge orders.
Yeah, but every time there's a new release.
Yeah, we do that, don't we?
We do that.
Yeah, okay.
we do fudge things up with that. We'll say that is on us. But condense it as much as you can. Get free delivery, and that's something else we do. See if somebody gets something and there's like it's damaged or whatever it is. We'll try it. We'll say, we can send it out, no problem. Or would you mind if it went into your next order? Because what is the point in affecting the environment for something teeny weeny weeny?
Say, for instance, it's a sanitizer and it's leaked everywhere, just for talking sake. Can you do your business without that sanitizer? Probably.
Well, also when it's leaked everywhere, it's usually just the teeny amounts actually come out.
And it's
Do
like,
you know what I mean? So you've got plenty to get you by.
Yeah. And it's just about being realistic. Can I get by until next month or the next 2 months when I order my next thing? Yeah, probably. You know, save the environment. You know,
yeah. Do your part. Like, just be responsible, be realistic, and I don't know if I should tell the story. You can maybe take it out.
Sure.
So somebody emailed during the week, and they were complaining about one of their bottles of gel had arrived, and on the color identifier on the top, it was like there was a chip or a scratch in it. Like it was just like a little, I don't know. It was weird.
So blemish.
Yes, a blemish on the color identifier on the lid of the bottle. And they were wanting us to send out a replacement, or they wanted to return it and us to send out a replacement. It in no way affected the product at all. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody is entitled to receive their products completely unmarked and in perfect condition. That you're completely entitled to that when you buy something, absolutely. But from a personal point of view, and I'm not being like down on this person, but I just feel like it doesn't affect the working of your products. There's a big environmental cost to sending that back to us and us sending out a new one. Does it really matter? Like, I feel like often people sweat the small stuff so much. And don't get me wrong, we appreciate every single customer and every single order so, so much. And again, you're fully entitled to receive your products in perfect condition. But I don't know, from a personal point of view, I'm just like, there's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if it's just a top identifier, I'll go pull it off another bottle.
That's exactly what I don't know what customer service has done, but that's what I would have said.
Sure. And what we'll do is we'll just put that bottle that doesn't have the top identifier on sale for a couple of £1 less, and somebody will eat that up.
Well, that's the other thing. You've got literally on the flip side of that coin, we have got a section that we'll usually throw things on the sale if the sales section if something has a small blemish that we notice. Maybe like I'll chip out the corner of the bottle and stuff like that. We'll put it on the sales section, and people love that because they're like, what does it matter? It doesn't affect the working of the product.
You have two opposite sides of the coin.
You
have
do.
People who just don't give a rat's ass, you and I probably.
Yes.
And then you have other people who just want absolute perfection until they use that gel bottle for the first entire time, and the gel's all over.
Then they get gel all over the place. I mean, I will say our bottles are not bad for that at all. I very, very rarely see messy bottles. We never get complaints about them, so that's not something that we experience so much. But depending on the way that you work, it's just the nature of it. It's going to get mucky, and if you've not got it forever, it's a usable item.
Yeah,
it's a consumable. That's what I look for. So yeah, I don't know. Just an observation.
One thing I want to touch on, and this kind of doesn't really affect nail order or nail order customers, but ordering from central places. If you have a variety of stuff in your salon and you can get it all from somewhere like Ellison's, for example, a wholesaler, it would be much better for you to place everything into a basket at Ellison's and order it in one go. Correct?
Yes, but it's hard when it comes to like nail brands and things like that, because wholesalers usually only have a very small collection.
Yeah.
Of the products. They don't stock everything that a brand offers. So it's kind of hard.
But for instance, you need a couple of top coats. Ellison stock our top coats, You might need tons of other stuff from Ellison's.
Yeah.
Whack them in your basket and do it that way.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're still getting nail order products.
I think it's about being flexible. So especially when it comes to disposables.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be too fussy about where your disposables come from. So that's like what we did at
Some
Ellison's.
people are, and this really trips me out, right? Some people will only buy disposables for a certain brand because it's got the brand logo on it, and they are way elevated in
Gloves
price.
is a perfect example.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Right,
That boggles my mind.
We sell gloves, and we sell a pallet of gloves a month, a huge amount of gloves every single month, because they are dirt cheap and they're great quality. Dirt cheap. We don't charge a lot of money on them, but don't make really a lot of money on them because they are disposables. We want to empower you guys. It's the gels that we want to sell. It's not the gloves. We're not here to sell gloves, But some people buy branded gloves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how much the branded gloves are, but I'm going to imagine incredibly expensive. Google it.
One eternity later.
$12.95 plus VAT.
For how many?
50. So a half-size box of what we do.
So that would be £25
Yep.
for the equivalent of a box that we sell for £3.50.
Yep. Now,
Or
I'll be
£4.
completely honest with you. Having a beautiful logo on your gloves is a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, I would love that.
But realistically, that's only for content creators.
I mean, I don't know, like, their gloves are maybe super thick and fantastic quality. I don't know. I've never used them. But yeah,
The thing is,
that's really crazy. £25.
do you know what? I take nothing away from the brands who are doing this because they are there to make money. My issue is with people who buy them.
Do you know what? I am actually 100% with you on that one.
Flipping go for it. If you can make that money, kid, make it. But
Do you know what? You are
damn, man.
absolutely right. If you have got a business that is offering something and you are charging an arm and a leg for it, and there's other businesses that are charging a quarter or less than it, but you're getting away with it, you go, Glen Coco. You go. But if you're the sucker that's buying it,
God, we've really changed our outlook on life. Do you know what's
because
actually
the thing
happened?
is,
This
as a
podcast has
consumer,
happened.
right, it's a choice.
Yeah.
For the most part, you have choice, right?
Of course.
Certain things you don't have a choice. Cooker tap, you don't have a choice.
Do honey. I've been looking at cheap alternatives.
Okay.
And they're cheap.
Are
They're
they-
not cheap.
Are they?
No. And do you know what? Oh, God, here we go, guys. Right. Rebecca is beautiful in every single way. So I tried to provide for her as much as I possibly can. And one of the things I want to provide for her is a tap that produces sparkling water. Because
Sparkling water.
she drinks a heck of a lot of sparkling water.
I don't. Well,
Well,
yes,
here's the thing.
You got me
right?
my soda stream.
Yeah. I don't want her to use plastic bottles that you get from
Obviously.
the supermarket. So we got her a soda stream.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they're just as wasteful slightly because you have these gas
And they're
canisters.
not great.
Yeah. These gas canisters, which
small.
you have to then either send back and everything else. However, Chris has found a way to refill them. I'll tell you about that in another one. It's not the safest thing, but you can.
Please don't tell anyone then.
The cooker tap has the sparkling water facility. So when we moved to this new house, I'm thinking, I'm going to invest in my wife. If we're going to stay at this house for 10 years, it's an investment. It makes sense. They're like $2,500. That's flipping wild.
I will not allow you to spend £2,500 on a tap.
It gives you instant hot water and all that. You can get much cheaper versions, but the sparkling water part.
It's the expensive part.
But do you know what I found out? It basically just uses the same canisters that you get in a soda stream that you just put into it. You just need to put the soda stream stuff into it. Now, here's my thinking, right? If that's the case, I can get an adapter
Oh
to
no.
put into it that I can get one of those big, huge CO2 canisters. And that will save us all the money. I'll tell you about it later, honey. It's not for the pod. I'll probably have to edit all this out. I'm trying to save us money.
Excellent.
The thing is, you can't buy second-hand ones because nobody's stupid enough to buy them in the first place.
And maybe once you get them, you love them so much that you're not getting rid of it.
Probably it. Yeah.
So back to it. Well, the point is that as a consumer, you have, for the most part, you have choice. If you're looking for a Louis Vuitton handbag, you don't have a choice. It's a Louis Vuitton handbag. But if
Well, you do, honey. You either buy the real or you don't.
Okay, true. But you know what I mean, right? Generally, there's not choice. But with disposables, you have a plethora of choice. So yeah,
That's the thing. You don't have to go to a nail brand to get gloves. You can go to Amazon. You can go to the bloody
honestly,
supermarket.
it's
and get
such
them.
a like mind-blowing way of thinking of things, but it's so true. Like if you as a business, same as if you're a nail tech and you are charging, let's just say you're charging £75 for a builder gel, and down the road someone else is charging 25, but you're getting away with it. We're not getting away with it, right? But you have a custom at that price point.
No,
then
you have a mask on and you're a bandit.
then go for it. Well, maybe you're in the centre of London. Do you know what I mean? But maybe you're also in Inverness. And
Yes.
do you know what I mean?
There is, on a certain occasions, I'm going to tell you a story, guys, right? My dad had ice cream vans, as you guys know. My dad was very similar to me. I'm very similar to my dad. We hate spending money. We love making money. It's just the way I was brought up with my dad. My dad used to go work on Christmas Day. Now, I know what you're thinking. An ice cream van, Christmas Day, ice cream vans are different here in Scotland. We've explained this before. They're like mobile shops.
Mm-hmm.
When my dad went out on Christmas Day, every single price was doubled.
Good. I was about to say, was it?
So the only things that you're probably going to need on Christmas Day, now bear in mind this is 20 years ago, is
Cigarettes.
cigarettes and a fizzy bottle of juice, like a lemonade to top up your grand shandy. So my dad's making, say, 20 pence per bottle of lemonade that he's selling. All of a sudden he's doubled the price and it's no longer 60 pence, it's £1.20 and he's making 80 pence. Do you know what I mean? And he would rake it in, and you could always see him coming on Christmas Day. Like he would come for his Christmas dinner, you know. And he'd
He's
be
like,
all,
it's like Christmas
it's
Day.
like Christmas Day. The thing is, as I grew up, like he used to drag me out have all the.
I'd love that. Christmas Day is boring.
I was going to say I'd have all these toys at home. We didn't really have toys when we were younger. My parents couldn't afford it because my mum used to spend all the money. My dad had to go make it to go work bloody Christmas Day. But because he was the only ice cream van and no other convenience store was open, he could go wherever he wanted. He literally, my dad we wouldn't go to like old age pensioners' houses because they weren't spending the money. They were smart. They brought it in months ago. He would go to the big tenement blocks, the big, huge, high-rise flats. He would just go sit out there all day playing his little tune.
You shouldn't be down on him for seeing an opportunity and seizing that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
The people who are silly enough that they didn't prepare.
They didn't buy enough lemonade for that shandy.
They did not. They didn't have enough cigarettes for all their pals coming round.
And that's the thing.
It's on them. Yeah.
What they didn't think is, as soon as Uncle Jack's opened the can of Tennants and he's sparking up a cigarette every 5 minutes, he's going to run out. He's going to need them. And all of a sudden, that £4 packet of cigarettes, everyone's like, £4 for a packet of cigarettes.
Yeah. So let's not be down on businesses that are charging a lot. Let's look at them and go, you go. It's on the people that are indulging.
This muffin is really taking over me today, honey. We need to go on this pod. We've talked crap for the last
I know,
hour.
we really and there's another muffin. There's another muffin.
Oh, God. The first pod back and it's a terrible one.
First pod back from where? We recorded first pod back. We're here every week. We did 2 last week. We're doing 2 today. You mean first pod of the second year?
Yeah, we're not doing seasons. That's stupid. But
it's not stupid. It's just not what we do.
Yeah, it's not what we do.
Not what we do.
How can you offset things? One thing we were talking about earlier on, electric cars.
Yes. So this has got an excellent benefit.
Everybody
for you.
right now has been like, but I don't want an electric car.
Right. Just hear me out. It's fine.
Well, there's 2 points right now. Nobody else wants an electric car just now. So they are dirt cheap leases right now.
So Laura hates change. She really struggles with change, as do I. But Laura got an electric car at the beginning of this year. She was really against it. But Laura also decided...
At that point in time, used to drive to the moon and back every week. She was like, but I do 50,000 miles per day.
Yeah. But
I can't charge my car on that.
But we were like, you're not going to. We talked to her about our experience with electric cars. Anyway, she decided to try it out, and she loves it. She doesn't cause it. In fact, she'd probably say it's so much easier than going to a petrol station.
So Laura will come to work and charge her car. We have a charger at work which we all have access to, and she might charge a car on a Friday. She might charge a car on a Monday, depending upon what she's done at the weekend, etc. And it's just once a week, and she just plugs her car in. She does her work. She finishes work. She hangs her charging cable up and she's gone.
That's it. So good.
You do the same. I usually wait until a Saturday when we're in recording the pod to do my van. I don't churn tons of miles. My van's really good on miles. I just don't want to affect your ability to charge.
I'm fine, but this is the thing with an electric car. Unless you are doing long journeys very, very regularly, as in weekly.
2-3 times a week.
Yeah,
maybe.
unless you're going hundreds of miles 2 or 3 times a week. It will not have a negative impact on your life. It's just something that you need to get your head around. I've had an electric car now for 4 years, 5 years.
Full electric, yeah, for 5 years.
It's just something to just get your head around. I can't imagine having to go to a petrol station now. And it's only ever when we have to do the really long journeys that I'm like, oh, you just need to have a little bit more planning. But like I go down to the factory pretty regularly, and it's just, you just put a little bit of thought into...
You stop at a hotel the night before that has a charging station.
If I'm driving my own, yeah. But if I'm driving with you, we'll just go a little bit earlier and we'll just stop at a fast charger.
What she means is when I'm just driving.
Yes. We'll stop at a fast charger, we'll sit there for 20 minutes, we'll get our charge and we'll head up back the road. It's not a big deal.
Maybe have lunch or breakfast or something. There's one that I can think about that is close by to the factory that has McDonald's at it.
Yeah.
It's not often we have a McDonald's, but we'll be like, you know what, we'll just do a 2-in-1,
Yep.
We'll have a snack.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Up the road. It's no issue at all. But it's very good for the environment. Well, it's better for the environment than fuel. Moreover, you can write it off on your business at a very, very low cost to yourself personally, because the benefit in kind tax on an electric vehicle is minute in comparison to a fuel-powered vehicle.
Especially if you get a lower value one. And like I was saying about the lease deals just now, I was looking at a Renault 5, classic looking Renault 5, electric, all electric, small-ish car, good size for the majority of people. it was like £112 a month.
Wow.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, like, my PCP is £112 a month. Yeah, okay, but that makes no sense to nobody because you can't write it off
I've
against
never
your business.
understood these. I've never understood.
You can't write it off against your business. And the thing is, you can with an electric car. You can write the whole value off, and because those cars are under £40,000, your benefit in kind is almost nothing. You pay almost no tax on it. It's such a no-brainer.
So you're going to pay less corporation tax if you're a limited company.
Yep.
And you're going to have almost no or very little personal tax in terms of benefit in kind. So you're pretty much just getting a vehicle for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, it is a complete and utter no-brainer, especially as Chris says, the low monthly payments. PCP, how is that benefiting you? It's not
in any way.
You know, if you're using like hire purchase, PCP, any of those things, you're way better just going with a lease.
Yeah. And if you go to Lease Local, not Lease Local, Lease Local as in crazy, they have, like, they show you some of the best deals that are around. They are just like it's almost like a Google search engine for lease cars. They're very good.
I mean, I know there's a lot of controversy around Teslas right now, but the deals that you can get on a Tesla at the moment are absolutely crazy.
Again, it's about seizing opportunities. Like right now, it doesn't matter if you agree with Elon Musk or not. Teslas are great cars. They are great cars. We've had...
And to be honest, actually, arguably, getting one at a really, really cheap price is almost saying like,
Screw you.
Screw you.
Yeah.
To Elon, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
If you think about it that way, it is. So, but yeah, definitely check that out because from a business point of view and an environmental point of view, I would highly recommend it. All cars will become electric in the future or hydrogen powered, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are stopping making it combustion engines, aren't they?
Yeah. If not, they're looking at alternatives, you know. Whether it be, I mean, I know BMW are just about to bring out the new X5 and they're going to have a hydrogen power cell in it, which I've been going on about for ages.
You have, years and years.
Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the world, so why would you not use it to fuel your cars?
You've been going on about this for
I know.
years. But if you are somebody who only tends to drive in your local area,
Yeah.
why not get a charging port at your house, especially if you work from your house, business expense that.
Of course.
Get that at your house. You can business expense the electricity that is used for that as well. And you never have to go to a petrol station.
If you're mobile, oh God, if you're mobile, that's one of the best things to do.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
100%.
Because there's no benefit in kind tax then because it is.
You're using it for your business.
It is
purely
literally,
for your business. Yeah. And you have no tax implication. Yeah. Get one of those.
Again, we're not tax advisors. This is just...
Get yourself, if you're a mobile and they'll tech, get yourself an electric G-Wagon. Live life to the full. Rebecca wants a G-Wagon. She's not getting one. All right.
Dream.
Honey, I can't believe we've got to the end of this pod and we've smashed out an hour. I'm going to have to edit most of it because we were talking about new products and stuff like that. Wow.
Yeah.
I would just say it is your responsibility to be responsible.
It's your civic responsibility.
Yes. And as much as you might do that in your personal life, you might take your 5 wine bottles out on a Sunday morning after you smash them on a Saturday night and put them in the recycling bin, but also in your business it is prudent to do so. I don't think I'll have enough time to be able to do a carbon baseline report before this podcast.
I highly doubt it, not with the event and everything else.
But I would like to. And please hold me accountable. Try and get me to do one by the end of the year. Leave a comment. Chris, have you done it yet? Because I would like to see the tweaks and changes that we've made in the business over the last year to see how
particularly your van and the bins.
Yeah, the two main impacts was my diesel van and the general waste bin, which we've eradicated now. You know?
And let me tell you something about electric cars, right? The best thing about driving them is that they're automatic and it's just like driving a go-kart and it's so easy.
One of the reasons I really wanted to get rid of the diesel van was, number one, it was a manual. And see just that noise, that noise.
Honestly, it's great.
And like now, when people see like my electric van, they're like, "Oh, he's so sexy."
I
don't know why. It makes you much more attractive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
excellent.
Especially to Greta Thunberg. She's like, he's sexy.
Yeah,
you know. Next thing that I would like to put forward, honey, is we're going to have to buy some new things for the house, and I've been looking at ride-on lawnmowers and stuff like that. We might have to get an electric one. But also, we've been looking at boats recently. I think we should get a catamaran because
we've been
with a
looking
big sail and it's wind power.
Wow. Where are you getting the money for this?
Oh, I don't know, honey. Can we not write it off in the business? Is that not a
Don't
business
think so.
expense?
And where are you keeping it? And even more importantly, When are you finding the time to use it?
Oh, okay.
And when are you learning to use it?
Oh, and remember I said I was going to learn to fly this year? Damn.
That's very bad for the environment.
That is very bad for the environment. And I've not done it because I've not had time. So there you go. I'm saving the trees. I'm saving the beavers. One flight at a time that I don't take.
Great. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please share it on your stories to be in with a chance of winning a £50 voucher, guys. Take a screenshot, tag us.
And on that note, honey, back after our amazing break. We've not gone away.
We've not had a break.
It's so
What are you
weird. I feel
talking
like I feel
about?
like it's almost like, you know, when you go back to work after school.
What
after,
are you talking about? There's been no break.
I know. Anyway, honey, get us the heck out of here.
As always, guys, if you enjoyed that, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with what we should talk about next.
And the theme tune's back.
Soon to leave alone Sunday, all the tea getting spilled. Nail text, talking game, keeping it real, y'all gon' feel. From designs to the drama, every secret they reveal. Stay sharp, stay tuned, man, you know it's the deal.